What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching and supporting. Got a great video for you guys today. Some news from Florida, the dream state right now. Always pumped to share about what DeSantis is doing and everything else that's going on in Florida. We also got Matt Gaetz rallying around the nation right now. But yeah, Florida is incredible. Everything is going great there. Yeah, so before we dive into that, if you guys want access to our exclusive content covering the 5-letter A word, it's like the car brand Audi, and add a T at the end of that. If you want exclusive uncensored content on that, link in the description. It's awesome stuff because it really is some crazy stuff going on here in Phoenix, Maricopa County right now regarding that 5-letter word. It's exciting. It's honestly really exciting. So check it out. Ron DeSantis signs a $101 billion budget that includes raises for teachers, police, and other first responders. Republican governor signed the state's largest ever spending plan during a bill signing ceremony in New Smyrna Beach after vetoing $1.5 billion, including $1 billion in federal money for an emergency response fund he said had strings attached that made it unusable. It had a lot of strings attached. Everything that Joe Biden passes has strings attached. Every money thing they do has strings attached, whether it's Pelosi's subway, whether it's the overpopulation of Asian koi fish. That's not even sarcasm. Whether it's gender studies in Pakistan. There are always strings attached, and it'll end up being hundreds of millions of dollars that go somewhere that makes no sense. The state spending plan is an increase of more than $9 billion from the previous year, boosted by $6.9 billion in federal funds, because we got money to hand out left and right here in America. During the event, DeSantis lauded the state's handling of the CCP pandemic, saying that fully opening Florida to business early helped in recovering the economy, which it did. Or in South Dakota, Kirsty Nome, where it never shut down. Guess what? The economy was great. Who would have thought? Who would have thought your like cases from the virus would be not only super low, but you would have the best employment in the nation if you didn't shut down? What a crazy thought. How bizarre. Crazy. A lot of people were trying to tell me to close restaurants like this last summer. We didn't do it. We kept them open. We got kids in school. The result was our economy really started to rebound. The state budget will see more than 175,000 teachers and 3,000 principals as well as first responders receive a $1,000 check. It also includes $22.4 billion for K-12 schools, $550 million to hike up teacher salaries to a minimum of $47.5K. Once I sign this budget, we will be signing a budget that responsibly supports our men and women in law enforcement, our K-12 education students and teachers, conserves and protects our great environmental and natural resources throughout the state of Florida, but does so in a way that has the lowest per capita tax burden of any state in the country. Ron DeSantis, what a man. If you would have said that a year ago, no one would have believed that would have been possible. The minimum wage for government workers will also be raised to $13 an hour as part of the budget, while state attorneys, public defenders, and district court judges will get a 10% pay raise. Here's what's insane. We got to go back to this. The minimum wage for government workers will also be raised to $13 an hour, but people think that flipping hamburgers at McDonald's, you should get $15. Crackheads. Y'all are crazy if you think that. Here's the other thing. When you talk about what men and women that like work in the military get paid, it's literally not $15 an hour. It's not even close. $15 an hour, I think that brings you to like 30-something a year. I might be way off on that math, but I feel like it's something like that. And a lot of these guys that, are getting paid to, work as military positions will make like $28K a year. Some of them even less, I think. A lot of you will probably know better. Help me out with that in the comments. But and we're sitting here thinking that fast food employees should be getting paid $15 an hour. Here's my take. Granted, I am like hardcore capitalist. I'm a business owner, so I am probably aggressive as hell on this. But you work jobs like that in a few different situations. You work jobs like that when you're in high school and you have no skills and you need some skills and you need something to beef up your resume. We all probably did this. I worked in restaurants from the time I was about 12 or 13 years old till I was about 17. Good Lord, restaurant business will make you gritty. Then in the summer, I was, doing landscaping stuff with my buddies, resume building stuff. Just showing I've got some grit, that was something like my parents installed in me. It was like, hey, you got to start building that now. So that's when you work a job like that. Or you're in a transitional time in your life and you just need to make some quick money, or you just need to have a job in the meantime. Maybe you got laid off, and you just need something to just hold you down until you find something better. All right? No offense to anyone who works in these departments, we all have, but you shouldn't be going and getting your burger flipping job and thinking, there's my career. I mean, to each his own. If that's where you want to be, in the back kitchen of McDonald's for the rest of your life, go for it by all means. But that, I haven't worked fast food, but I've heard stories about how hideous it is working fast food. That is not a job you want to plan the rest of your life around. You don't work that job so that you can get paid $15 an hour to carry you for the rest of your life. You work that job so that you learn some skills. You work that job so that you get through that time of your life. But that's not where you stay for years and years and years. No offense to you, but you should look for a better job if you've been at a place like that for multiple years. Look for a higher paying job. Get better yourself. Learn more skills. There's no excuse for not self-educating. You can learn anything you want on the internet right now. Everything I know about marketing, self-taught. I started a business based off that information. I have no college education. I'm not killing it by any means, but I live a pretty comfortable life from it. And I'm damn proud of that. Takes care of me. I don't have a boss. It's nice. And I gloat about that because that's the American dream, right? I didn't sit there bitching for $15 an hour when I was a busboy. No, I'm building my resume, I'm getting skills, I'm getting character, I'm learning how to work. That's how I looked at it at 13 or 14. I mean, that's how it should always be looked at. So it's when I see things like that, and I'm the government workers are getting paid $13 an hour, and these mofos really think they are worth $15 an hour working at a place like that. Here's the real raw reality. You will be replaced by automation before you can blink if you keep whining for that. What do you think they're going to do? Cater to you and give you $15 an hour, or hire a robot that can do all of y'all's jobs for way less money? Simply for upkeep and a little bit of programming. Companies like McDonald's could do that. They could. They already have. You've been to a lot of them where you can self-order. I mean, there's not even a need to take orders as much anymore. So less and less positions are getting available. You complaining and wanting them to pay you more, that you're not going to get more money, you're going to get replaced. End rant. We did all this while maintaining strong fiscal reserves and lowering taxes to make sure Florida families benefit this year and for decades to come. The governor's veto included $1.35 billion from federal funds that the state had received under Joe Biden's American Rescue Plan. Big middle finger to that. DeSantis told reporters recently that those funds will no longer be set aside for emergency funds and future budget needs as proposed by state lawmakers, but will instead be made available for other uses. So good stuff from Florida, good stuff from DeSantis, as usual. I'd love to see more states taking action like that, more governors taking action like that, but there's not a lot of people, not a lot of men and women that are built like DeSantis. That man's a patriot. He's like a beast. So anyways, thank you for watching. Check out our exclusive content in the description below. Stay safe out there and stay tuned for more updates.